Yo, what's up everyone? This video we're looking at my first look for week 6. Crazy week 5, but hopefully you guys made out. Able to squeak in on Draftkings with a 201.7 thanks to Aaron Jones. Needed all the points that he got me in the late game, and Michael Thomas and Matt Ryan went off. Made some mistakes, but like Julio was really bad at just like 7, and DeAndre Hopkins was a no-show. But overall, I'm happy you made some money at least back on Draftkings after looked pretty rough before the Aaron Jones game. But let's get into it. You can drop a like and subscribe down below. Let's try to get 200 likes on this one. Feel pretty good about the plays. And as always, if you want to join us, you can visit the website. Links in description, dfsprocess.net. Starting off at quarterback, you have Mahomes, highest priced guy. Think he's very viable. Great chance that he gets his number one weapon, Tyreek Hill, back. He just tweeted like 30 minutes ago an encouraging tweet that looks like he's going to play this week. So, obviously love Mahomes getting his number one weapon back at 75. I usually like to spend here like at the 6K range if you watch these videos. There's always quarterbacks every week that crush value at the 6K range. Happened last week with Matt Ryan. Happened a couple weeks ago. Happens like every week. A couple weeks ago happened with like Josh Allen at like 5,500 I think he was. Like week 2 or 3. This week we got a pretty good group with like Wilson at 66. Murray at 65. You got Matt Ryan again at 64. They just can't throw. They can't run the ball that much. So Matt Ryan just chucking every possession. He's fine. And then Jared Goff, I like him a lot at 61. I'm rolling with Goff this week, or in this early look. I just love this game. I think it's going to be high scoring. It's the afternoon game. A lot of people don't like to focus on afternoon games. I think there's a lot of really appealing afternoon games that I think will make for great stacks. People love to stack the early games and just look at their money. I like to get some late players and see our lineups climb the leaderboard. Goff in this game I think is going to be good. At home, he's always played much better at home than on the road over his career. And he's just really cheap at 61. So sign me up for some Jared Goff this week. At running back, we have no McCaffrey this week. We have Elliott, though. Elliott's been nowhere near as good as McCaffrey. He hasn't even been as good as like an average running back. He's still priced up. Maybe this week he can go off. But he's just 12 carries last week. They had to throw the ball a ton. They were trailing big time. He's going to break out sooner than later, but the Jets have a really good rush defense. I will hope that Elliott continues to be bad for at least one more week. Same thing with Dalvin Cook. I'm not really liking these high-priced running backs. You have Cook and Elliott in two of the tougher matchups for run defense, for running backs. So I'm going to fade both of them. Kamara at 8,000, I think he's viable, but he's still, Bridgewater looked really good last week, but Kamara didn't do much damage. Just had 6 catches, no touchdowns, only 2 touchdowns on the year. Jacksonville still a good defense. McCaffrey lit him up though, so Kamara, I think he's viable. He's probably my favorite if I'm paying up over 8,000. David Johnson's fine. I don't really see myself getting there that much. Like 76, you're not getting a discount. I would rather just go up to Kamara if I was in that range, and he might be dealing with a bad back. And also, he doesn't get all the rushing touches. You have Edmonds, who's been getting more and more touches every week. So I think he's fine, but he's not cheap. So I don't think he's like a core play. Right here, I'm loving 2 guys right here. Le'Veon Bell, Todd Gurley. Both are way too cheap. Le'Veon Bell might be getting should probably be getting Sam Darnold back, which is going to do wonders for him in that offense. Falk just doesn't belong in the NFL. But Bell here facing off against his Cowboys defense, who just got absolutely carved up by Aaron Jones and that Packers rushing attack. Sign me up for Le'Veon Bell. You're getting a guy that's on the field pretty much every down. You're getting a guy that gets a lot of action out of the backfield for passing situations. He gets like 9-10 targets in some of these games. With Darnold, he should get a lot of work. He's getting all the, they haven't got to the goal line a lot, but with Darnold, it should be a lot better. Their offense should move a lot smoother. Le'Veon Bell at 64. Love that price tag on him. And then I absolutely love Todd Gurley. 62 is too cheap for Todd Gurley. I'll have him in. If you make a bunch of lineups, he seems like a lock for me. Just can't really get away from him. Love this matchup. Well, the matchup's not great, but I love this price tag. I love the fact that he's at home. He's been dominating. He's been getting a ton of touchdowns. 5 touchdowns, 4 in his last 2 games. They use him right there in the red zone. He's getting, and his snap percentage has really increased after the first couple weeks. Like week 4, he played over 70%. I'm sure last week he played a bunch too. He was, while watching the game, he was on the field pretty much every down. So Todd Gurley, 62, too cheap, way too cheap. You're getting both of these guys get most of the carries, and they also get 5 to 10 targets a game. So love both of them. At receiver, Julio Jones did me dirty last week. I think he's fine. He's always fine, but I don't know. I think I'll probably not have too much interest just because we have Tyreek Hill at 69. If I'm paying up, I'll go there. I love Cooper Kupp to pair with Jared Goff, but you got your fair share of wide receivers. There are a ton of wide receivers that are appealing this week. My favorites are, just running through them, Cooper Kupp, Tyreek Hill, Beckham at under 7K is still at a great price. Adam Thielen, 67, like that. I love Tyler Lockett, Tyler Boyd. Then you got Fitzgerald. Will Fuller is probably going to be mega chalk, or probably going to be a lot higher owned coming off the huge game. Good chance to pass on him because he's just a boom or bust play. He went off last week. Doesn't mean he's going to do that every week. But I like Robert Woods a lot. He's so cheap, 56. Michael Gallup, 56. Chark, 55. Even though if he's matched up against Lattimore, that's definitely kind of tough. But he has the size and he has the ability to do some damage at any given week. And then Brandon Cooks, 54, is so cheap. There are just lots of great receivers. That's where I'm really looking at. There's a ton of good options here in this 5 to 6K range. So, and if you're paying up, you got some studs too. I'm going with Cooper Kupp. Just going to, so far stack the Rams up a little bit. Just getting where all the production's coming from. Goff, Gurley, Cooper Kupp. Just been the best receiver in football to start off the year. 11 catches last 3 games. He's been the most consistent receiver in the NFL. 4 touchdowns. He is getting an insane amount of targets. 17, 15, 12, 9, 10. He's not even priced up to to Julio Jones level or Hopkins level. He's still getting a discount given the way he's been playing. Love Cooper Kupp at 71. Love Tyreek Hill at 69. Looks like he's going to be back this week. And if he does, as of now, I assume if he doesn't, then I'll make a pivot in my late video this week. But I expect Tyreek Hill to be back, 6,900. He did practice some last week, and I think he's going to be able to practice this week. He wasn't dealing with a leg injury, which will slow him down. He was dealing with a shoulder injury, so he still has his speed. Matchup is great against Houston. They've given up some big games to receivers. Tyreek Hill can absolutely burn, especially with the injury Sammy Watkins is dealing with. If he misses again, then Tyreek Hill should get all the attention. Him and Kelsey should get all the attention from Patrick Mahomes. And the third receiver that I really like is Michael Gallup here, 56. The Cowboys should put up some points against the Jets. Every team has. Gallup has been absolutely amazing in the games that he has played. In the 3 games, he's averaging over 10 targets. He has well over 100 yards in 2 out of the 3. The Jets are probably going to focus on Amari Cooper. So Gallup should be able to have a really good game here. He's been just so dominant, and he's cheap at 56. Love Gallup at that price tag facing the Jets. So I love this 6 players. You got a ton of upside at every single spot. You're getting some receivers that have mega upside. They're not even super expensive. And at 39, you don't have a ton, but you have some crazy cheap defenses like the Jets are 1,500, the Bengals 17, 1,900 for the Cardinals. Defense and special teams is the most random out of any position on NFL. Anybody can return a punt for a touchdown. Anybody can just pick up a fumble and run into the end zone. So that's definitely the most random and most variant position. I don't mind taking a chance of going with a cheap defense if it allows me to pay up for studs. And then tight end, you got like Kelsey at 7K. It's pretty expensive. I probably won't have that price. Ertz, like that price, 54, 52 for Kittle. Disley at 49. I like that. And then if you're going cheap, you got Delaney Walker, 37. Gerald Everett, if you want to do a full-on Ram stack, he's been crushing 11 and 8 targets. You don't see a 3,600 tight end getting 11 and 8 targets very often, but that is a case for Everett. Even you can go with Higbee, who's been getting some nice traction. He's only 3K. So I love the Rams this week. I'm going to have a lot of interest in 3 or 4 of their guys, and I love the prices, and they're always going to put up points. So hopefully that continues this week. But that's kind of it. Hopefully you enjoyed. You can drop a like if you did. Thanks for watching, and good luck, and we'll be back in a couple days for a Thursday night showdown and make more NFL videos throughout the week. So thanks for watching, and